Part 1 of the Introduction to FRBR. Current modern cataloging practice is intended to be based on the functional requirements for Bibliographic Records, or FRBR, a project of IFLA, the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions. FRBR was a study set to define the requirements necessary for the creation and use functions related to describing information. FRBR defines the main entities that may be described in a library catalog and determines which characteristics are definable for each entity. Those characteristics are referred to as attributes. FRBR also defines the type of relationships that entities can have with each other. By examining and describing these entities, attributes, and relationships, the user will be able to find what they need through some kind of search. A user may look for something with keywords in the title or contents, about a certain topic, or including the efforts of a particular person. They may like the materials produced by a particular publisher, or only want to find recent items. Through the descriptive practices in traditional library cataloging, the user will know what they've found, who made it, and what it's about, by identifying those characteristics with the metadata. The user can then choose between similar resources, deciding whether they need any of them or not, selecting the most appropriate option, and then obtain the resources they need, able to locate or get access to it with the information provided. Find, identify, select, obtain, or simply FISO was a driving force for many of the recent efforts in cataloging and system development. It's already general enough to cover more than books, so it doesn't need to be modified to handle any possible format. FRBR serves as the model of the bibliographic universe. If you think of it like a model of the physical universe, or just our solar system, there are a variety of entities like stars and planets, and each of those entities has different attributes like size or temperature. Each of those has a relationship to others, some pulled to one but not to another by gravity, some crossing paths, all centered on one star but not centered on each other. The concepts themselves are abstract and theoretical, but facilitate an understanding of complex entities and relationships. Like any other conceptual model or theory, it has its strengths and weaknesses, and of course can be integrated with defined practices to build a usable output. The overall purpose of FRBR was to improve our understanding of what we describe so we can create a better catalog record, help us define the guidelines we use to do it, and influence further development of the systems we use to describe and find our stuff. As only a conceptual model, FRBR tells us more about how we should think about our information resources than how we should describe our information resources. Using FRBR as a basis for understanding, we have developed the guidelines for carrying out the process of cataloging our resources, but those guidelines are independent of FRBR. FRBR also does not tell us how to arrange or display the data about our resources. Instead, that framework is independent as well.